Do we need the top knot?
That's my little cherry on top.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 casting decisions that fans hated.
Thank you for your consideration.
I am not someone who is loved.
And I'm Javert. Do not forget my name.
For this list, we're looking at casting decisions that Hollywood audiences reportedly felt could have been more appropriate. Some of these roles may have turned out all right in the end, but they initially rubbed many viewers the wrong way. Which casting decision still bothers you? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Renée Zellweger as Bridget Jones, Bridget Jones's Diary. While Bridget Jones became Zellweger's most defining role, fans and critics were not initially thrilled about this particular casting.
How's it going?
Torture.
She was up against already successful actresses for the role, like Kate Winslet, who was too young at the time, and Rachel Weisz, who was allegedly considered too beautiful for the part. Zellweger was neither naturally British nor the right weight, but that didn't get in her way.
Resolution number 1. Obviously, we'll lose 20 pounds.
The actress actually ate junk food, trained with a dialect coach, and worked at a publishing house to prepare for the role. We admire her dedication, but would it have perhaps been easier to find someone who already fit the bill beforehand?
You once said that you like me just as I am, and I just wanted to say likewise.
Would they have captured the awkwardness and endearingness of the character just the way we love her? Who's to say? Number 9. Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Next, we have another North American actor playing a British character, but this time it's with an accent that's often deemed heavily lacking.
I'll attend to the count. Thank you for your confidence.
This is a great opportunity for you, Harker.
In his efforts to portray a subdued Jonathan Harker, Keanu Reeves' acting is rather stiff in this Dracula adaptation. He maintains stoicism throughout most of the movie, keeping his face expressionless even when he's in danger. Both fans and critics said that his performance fell short compared to his co-stars Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins. Even though Reeves and Winona Ryder have later admitted to having crushes on each other, these apparently didn't translate into on-screen chemistry either.
We can be married when I return.
Of course.
I'll write.
Jonathan.
In fact, director Francis Ford Coppola had considered casting Ryder's real-life fiancé at the time, Johnny Depp, instead. Do you think Depp would have made a better Harker than Reeves? Number 8. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Keep everything the same. That is silly.
Lex Luthor's character in the comic books evolved from mad scientist to unscrupulous business tycoon. On screen, Lex is often played by older men who've been deemed better able to convey the darker side of the character. When Batman vs. Superman cast the boyish, early 30-something Jesse Eisenberg to play Lex, it was a while before comic book readers and moviegoers fully digested it. Eisenberg admitted to not having grown up reading the comics, and fans say it shows in the performance.
No man in the sky intervened when I was a boy to deliver me from Daddy's fist and abominations. I figured out way back. If God is all-powerful, he cannot be all good.
While Luthor is supposed to be a strategic genius, Eisenberg's portrayal comes off as more of a manic kid feeling his way through the business he inherited from his father.
Man on the marquee. No, don't believe it. My father named the company after himself. He was the Lex in front of the corp. How you doing?
Number 7. Will Smith as Genie, Aladdin. For Disney's live-action adaptation, Will Smith knew he had quite the shoes to fill, as many people fondly remember the late Robin Williams as the genie in the animated film.
You ain't never had a friend.
Despite his efforts, however, many fans claimed that Smith did not do the role justice, at least when stacked up against Williams. Aside from the performance, though, there was something about the CGI'd genie that rubbed film lovers the wrong way. The character was compared to a Smurf centaur, being under a fruit curse and the thumb people from Spy Kids. Aladdin, unlike many of its Hollywood contemporary counterparts, actually uses people of color instead of white actors to play the roles.
I know you can't tell, but I am very pale. This is sky blue. My natural pigmentation is navy. Give us some sun.
But fans were undecided about both the genie's shade of blue layer he kept shedding on and off throughout the movie, as well as the hairpiece.
Still blue?
Kapayal.
Do we need the top knot?
That's my little cherry on top.
Number 6. Madonna as Eva Perón, Evita. Like Madonna, the real Eva Perón tried to get her foot into showbiz.
To think that a man as famous as you are could love a poor little nothing like me.
Eva.
I wanna be a part of a Buenos Aires, Big Apple.
However, that's as far as their similarities go. While Madonna became our queen of pop, Eva Perón met her husband-to-be in the aftermath of an earthquake and later became First Lady of Argentina. Beloved by her people, Evita is known for her humanitarian and charity work. She likely would have even run for vice president had she not been diagnosed with cancer.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you.
When it comes to the musical drama, the casting team could have gone with a more seasoned and more serious actress, especially considering Madonna's musical career and previous acting efforts.
Have you ever seen me defeated? Don't you forget what I've been through, and yet I'm still standing.
One critic even claimed that the, quote, stiff, wholly artificial, and forced performance that Madonna gives pretty much ruined the film, though that didn't stop her from earning multiple accolades.
And the winner is Madonna Evita.
Number 5. Russell Crowe as Javert, Les Misérables. In our Evita entry, many believe that the lead role should have gone to a more experienced actor. By contrast, Les Misérables had people saying that Javert should have been played by a proper singer.
I'm Javert. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me. 24601.
Russell Crowe has many memorable iconic roles such as Maximus in Gladiator and real-life mathematician John Nash in A Beautiful Mind.
I imagine you're getting quite used to miscalculation.
Police Inspector Javert, however, did not leave the same impression on audiences. While the filmmaker's choice to use live singing certainly did not help, Crowe's vocals came out dull. They could have made an exception and replaced them with a more powerful voice. Many felt it lacked the intensity that Inspector Javert was supposed to project, with Crowe's limited singing skills giving us more of a lazy uncle vibe rather than a terrorizing authority figure.
Can this man be believed? Shall his sins be forgiven? Shall his crimes be reprieved?
Number 4. Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen, The Hunger Games.
I volunteer as tribute.
Did you know that Jennifer Lawrence nearly turned down this part? Lawrence was in her early 20s when she played the role in the first film, while the character was in her mid-teens. In the second part, Katniss turned 17, while Lawrence inched closer to her mid-20s. While this is nothing new in casting, it would have probably been easier to choose a younger actress, Lawrence's youthful looks notwithstanding.
Take you out and show you off to the world.
So you're here to make me look pretty?
I'm here to help you make an impression.
By contrast, in the biographical comedy drama Joy, Lawrence's age was unsuitable but in reverse. She was a girl-next-door beauty in her mid-20s playing a single, beaten-down mom in her mid-30s. Hunger Games fans also critiqued Lawrence's real-life look. While Katniss comes from an underprivileged district and is forced to ration out food to her family, the casting of athletic and healthy Lawrence made the character that much less believable. Of course, this clearly did not prevent the franchise's mega box office success.
Thank you for your consideration.
Number 3. Jared Leto as the Joker, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad has been called a messy watch, probably because it attempts to cram too many characters and genres into one movie. Jared Leto, however, got special criticism from audiences.
I am not someone who is loved.
Like Will Smith, Leto had big shoes to fill. Living up to Heath Ledger couldn't have been easy, and it's clear that Leto was excited to be part of the film.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
His co-workers said he did weird things on set to get into character, such as giving his co-workers condoms and being called Joker-related nicknames like Mr. J by the cast and crew. Had he played the role with more subtlety, we might have seen a darker and more sinister Joker like the audiences wanted and were used to. Things may change with the depiction in Zack Snyder's Justice League, though.
Isn't that right, Batman?
2. Jake Gyllenhaal as Dastan, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. While few would complain about having to look at Jake Gyllenhaal for 2 hours straight, The Prince of Persia is a classic example of Hollywood's insistence on casting white actors in roles that shouldn't necessarily be played by them.
Come on! I bet my entire month's allowance on this! This is embarrassing! Why don't you give it a try?
Although Gyllenhaal accepted the role, he later admitted that it wasn't a great fit.
No doubt one of my many flaws.
Fans rightfully asked why the movie couldn't have cast an actor of Middle Eastern descent, especially as the video game character he's based on has an extremely replicable and accessible look. At least Gyllenhaal bothered to put on an English accent, which makes a bit more sense geographically.
I wasn't born in a palace like you. I was born in the slums of Nassaf, where I lived if I fought and I clawed for it.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Ben Affleck as Batman, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Too sad to be bad. Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke, The Dukes of Hazzard. She should have stuck to her day job, singer.
Is there anything I can help you out with today, ma'am?
Two cute cops growing trees around here, or what?
Tom Cruise as Lestat de Liancourt, Interview with the Vampire. Even author Anne Rice wasn't initially convinced.
Take your receipts, taste pure things. Kill them swiftly if you will. But do it! For do not doubt! You are a killer, Louis!
Emma Watson as Margaret Meg March, Little Women. Not sure what to do with or think about the accent.
Let me have my fun tonight. I'll be desperately good for the rest of my life.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Scarlett Johansson as Major Mira Killian, also known as Motoko Kusagani, Ghost in the Shell.
This is Major.
This otherwise intense and engaging movie flopped, in large part because of the failure to cast an Asian actress to play Major. While we know that anime characters don't necessarily look like realistic humans, it wouldn't have hurt the film to have an authentic Japanese person in the lead, instead of the Caucasian Scarlett, to honor the original manga series.
戦闘隊員としてどんなに優秀でも、同じ企画品で構成されたシステムは、どこかに致命的な欠陥を持つことになるわ。
Johansson pointed out that the character was a synthetic copy of a real human and didn't belong to any particular ethnicity. Quote, "I would never attempt to play a person of a different race," she said. The actress added that audiences would understand why she fit the role once they saw the film, but the final revelation that, spoiler alert, the character was formerly Japanese seemingly contradicts this.
What's your name? Muramaki told me you had a name from before.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.